Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and happy and enjoying just life. We're going to make soups today. For us, Ramadan is approaching and I just decided to start giving ideas for all of my fellow Muslims. Okay, so the first soup that we are going to be doing today is a Moroccan soup called Harira, and it's one of my favorites, to be honest. I really like it. Okay, let's see. Don't get intimidated by all of these ingredients. It's very easy to make. I have an onion and one clove of garlic. Also, I have some beef here. I cut into cubes. You can use lamb, but I think traditionally it's made with beef. Now, for the legumes, I have a can of chickpeas, and also this is a very small one, like 4 tablespoons each. Let's not, let's say it's a can, 4 tablespoons of chickpeas, cooked chickpeas, and 4 tablespoons of brown lentils, and also 4 tablespoons of vermicelli. I also have some celery leaves and fresh coriander. If you have parsley, you can add it. It's traditionally used, but didn't have it. I have also tomato paste and some tomato juice. If you have like passata, if you have a can of tomatoes, if you have fresh tomatoes and you blend them, then okay. Now for the spices, I'm going to use salt, pepper, obviously, ginger, and this is ras alhanout, which we used before in a previous video. I think it was the tajin. If you don't have it, you can use just a little bit of cinnamon or clove. I think both would work in my opinion, but ras al is really good. Okay, on now we're going to the stove. I have melted a tablespoon of butter as well as a tablespoon of ghee. If you don't have ghee, you can use double the butter. Okay, I added the onions, the beef, and also the uh, garlic. Just mix them together, saute them for a little bit. Now I added half of the amount of the spices that I'm going to use. Okay, saute everything together again, mix them just to roast the spices a little bit. And I'm going to add the lentils, the brown lentils, and I'm going to leave the chickpeas out for now because it's already cooked chickpeas. We will add a little bit of the tomato paste, which is around a tablespoon. Um, you will have to just roast the tomato paste a little bit as well before you add the tomatoes. So these are canned tomatoes, around a cup. I'm also going to add the water here, and once it starts boiling, we're going to cover this pot and let the meat and the lentils cook. This is going to take around 30 to 40 minutes. After the 30 and 40 minutes, after you check your meat, you're going to add the vermicelli, the chickpeas, as well as the fresh herbs. I'm going to just mix this into the pot before I add all of the spices that, or like the other half of the spices, including the salt this time. I didn't add the salt at the beginning because you just like a lot of controversial opinions about the salt and like how it affects the cooking time of the meat and the legumes. So I've just added at the end. Okay. Now I'm mixing everything and I'm adding a little bit of water just to fix the consistency of the soup because it's a soup at the end of the day. Okay, the smell of this soup here is amazing. Like really good. You have to try it. Okay, now look at the consistency. This is what we're looking for. So it's like a very hearty type of soup, not just watery or like it's just a very filling soup as well. I think it can be a meal replacement in my opinion, and I hope you guys enjoy it and you try it. I serve it with a little bit of a wedge of a lime or lemon, whatever you have available, and enjoy. To the next soup. Okay, this is a lentil soup, one of my favorite soups. Like I really, really, really like lentils. I think I like lentils in any shape and form and any type of lentils. But these are the very small little red lentils that we're going to use here. And again, very simple. These ones are fewer ingredients. We have an onion. You can chop the onions as you want because you're going to blend this soup at the end. Okay, as like 1 clove of garlic as well, just sliced, and one carrot sliced. And these are the lentils now here. The lentils I'm using are the small lentils. You can use the yellow lentils, but these are the orange lentils, I think they're called. Sometimes red lentils. Okay, I've just washed them, just 1 cup of lentils. And then we are going to talk about the spices later. Okay, to the stove. Oh, this is 1 tomato. I forgot. I just added it. Also, it just adds a nice balance, like, because like the acidity of the tomato, I really like it in this soup. I'm adding a tablespoon of ghee. Again, if you don't have ghee, you can use butter, but ghee makes a difference in lentil soup. I'm adding all of the vegetables, and I am going to cook them for around 3 minutes, maybe, till like the onions change color a little bit, like becomes translucent. And this technique is very important for lentil soup because otherwise, like, lentil soup is going to be very boring. I'm adding the lentils, and I'm also here roasting the lentils a little bit with the vegetables, again, just to just build flavors. And this is going to go another for 2 minutes or something, not too much, and then I'm adding the water. Okay, add water just to cover the lentils, enough to cover the lentils, because you don't want your lentil soup to be too watery. As soon as it starts boiling, cover the pot, lower the heat, wait for 15 minutes, 20 minutes maximum, I think, because lentils cook very, very fast. Okay, they're cooked, they're done. Okay, I'm going to let them cool down a little bit before I use my hand blender to blend them, just because my hand blender is plastic and I'm just a little bit scared of it, like blending too much hot, like too much hot stuff. So I just blended everything, smooth consistency. If you like it chunky, I seen a lot of people just eating it as it is, but I like it smooth. I'm adding a little bit of spices here. Coriander, powdered coriander or ground coriander, ground cumin, a little bit of chili powder as well. In this stage, I'm going to add the salt and the ground pepper, and I'm going to turn the stove on just to boil like everything together, like just to mix the flavors of the lentils and the spices together while I make the garlic. So we call this one gatha in Sudanese in our language. And this is again a tablespoon of ghee. I know you can use butter, no problem. And then maybe a tablespoon of crushed garlic or chopped garlic. And a small little spoon of paprika once the garlic change color, though, because the paprika will burn. And just leave that for like 2 minutes or something, and then dump everything into the pot of the lentils and close the pot, because this is where it's going to give the flavor of the this is a very unique one. Okay, I hope you guys really like this soup, and I want to hear your feedback if you tried. Thank you so much for watching. All of the ingredients are in the description box. Please share, subscribe, and like, and see you guys next time.